Hi, Fit Life. This is Coach Sean, and we're here in the Zoom room, which is just another application where we can do live videos. On this beautiful, fearless, fierce, forgiveness, Freedom Friday, I wanted to address fear. Fear, fear. Now, I know growing up, fear was something that I was always told, you never do, you fear nothing, you don't be afraid of anything. Whatever it is that you want to accomplish or do, have no fear, just approach it. All that sounds great, but realistically, most of us have fears. Whether we want to admit them to ourselves or to other people, most of us have fears. I know that one fear that I struggled with immensely was fear of abandonment, as well as fear of failure. And for a lot of us, we just become complacent with where we are, because when we're in that, middle of the road space, we are kind of seen but not seen, because the thing about success, it requires a lot of accountability. It requires you to be seen more, be more visible, and people's expectations are like through the roof. And so that brings a lot of anxiety to a lot of people who just want to kind of stay in the middle of the road and be seen, but not really be seen at the same time. So on this Fearless Friday, I want to address fear and how fear is limiting you from accomplishing all that you want to accomplish, and as well as how fear is stopping you from manifesting everything that you desire, as well as how fear is stopping you from pulling what you already have in you on the outside. So I have a lot of participants that have great intentions. They want to do A, B, C, and D. However, it is my belief that it's the fear that actually hinders you from the action. Fear has a paralyzing effect on a lot of people, and it will and can stop you from living your best life. And here in the Fit Life and with Be Your Own Art, that's what we focus on, is that you getting down to who you really are, facing your fears, addressing them. Sometimes, some things have to be addressed therapeutically, spiritually, whatever it takes in order to address those fears and actually meet them head on. I promise you that it does make a big difference in your life. And first of all, the main thing that you need to first of all do is be honest with yourself about whatever fears you have. And just know that it does not make you a weak person because you have some fears or you have some uncomfortable feelings about particular issues. Lying to yourself is worse off than you can imagine. So it's really important that you first of all face whatever is going on. Be realistic about your shit. That's one thing that I tell people all the time, is that first of all, I had to face my fears. I had to own my shit in order for me to be able to properly address them and get down to the truth of who I really am and who I really wanted to be. So on this Fearless Friday, I just wanted to come to you just to encourage you to be honest with yourself, first of all, as far as what fears you have. What's limiting you from not acting on all of your intentions. And I can promise you that generally it's fears that you have deep inside, and some of them are very, very deep subconscious fears and feelings that you have, that a lot of times we just push stuff in the closet. And it's a saying, if it's not seen and not heard, then it's something that you don't have to focus on, because it's not something that you deal with or focus on, because you just don't deal with it or focus on it. But I encourage you today, if you're not acting on your intentions, if you are not being all that it is that you were put here to be, if you have, like a lot of bucket lists and intentions, but yet you're not doing anything with it, you need to start looking deep inside at the very real possibility of it being um, stricken by your fears. And then once you're able to see what those fears are, face them head on, then you can put together a plan and put together strategies in order to get on the other side of fear. So if you need to talk further with me, or need assistance with addressing what fears you have and trying to put together action steps, because I promise you, intentions without actions is no more than just, you see the writing on the wall, that's all it is. And they're actually some bucket list items, but the thing is that my bucket list items are more than just words. I have a little bucket list ticket that actually has the dates that I've actually achieved particular bucket lists. I got tired of talking about and writing and journaling about what my intentions were and what I wanted to do, and, vision board parties and all that stuff is great. But it was fear that was stopping me from actually acting on it. Fear of what people would think, fear of what their perception of me, how will this affect that person if I walk in my purpose, if I finally do everything that I know I'm supposed to do, that's within me in order for me to live a fulfilled life. When you get on the other side of fear and you stop worrying about what, how, who, why, how am I going to, and you really start putting the action steps behind your intentions and behind everything that you want to do with your life, I promise you, you'll live a more fulfilled, meaningful, purpose-driven life. And you will, in essence, be what I have tagged, be your own art. Have a blessed day. This Fearless Friday, I want you to be fearless Sunday through Saturday. But Fearless Friday is just an opportunity I took to be able to really focus a little bit on fear. But fear is something that you need to get on the other side of. First, be true to thine own self. Be true about that fear that you have. If you need to schedule a free strategy session with me, you can do so at bit.ly, that's Ly, /be your own art. Have a blessed day. It's Coach Shawn.